Blessings and hello, blessings. Hello to everyone. Come on in. Blessings to all of you. Good. Well, it's no longer morning. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to everyone. Blessings to all of you as you come on in. Listen, I just wanted to come on in, just to encourage you for a few minutes. Listen, I fought with this for a good while. I went on live, came off, came on Facebook again, came off, went on Facebook again and came off, because I sort of was battling with this message and what it is that God needed me to say. And he led me to the book of Jonah. Blessings to all of you. Hey, Ezekiel, blessing. Hey, Jenny, how you doing? Good to see you. I kind of, I wouldn't call it wrestle, but I don't know. I kind of fought coming on this one because I'm home doing some housework and trying to rest. Hey, Prophetess, how you doing? My sister. Listen, let me tell y'all, I kind of wrestled with this for a little while. Good to see you, my sister Abigail. Good to see all of you. Hey, Dr. Denise Johnson, how you doing? Good to see you on the live. So I'm not gonna delay any longer, but the Lord led me to the book of Jonah, and usually we really don't go to the book of Jonah, and when we do go to the book of Jonah is basically to talk about, Jonah being disobedient and being swallowed by the whale. But today I just wanted to come at a different angle, just a different angle. And as you can see, I didn't put any topic on this as yet because I'm being led by the Spirit of the living God. The only thing he said to me is say to my people, it's time to lighten your ship. My God, it's time to lighten your ship. And I'm like, okay, God, what are you talking about? And he told me to go to Jonah, and once the Lord say go to Jonah, the only thing you're thinking about is what you hear in church growing up, and even as an adult, you hear the story of Jonah and him being sort of disobedient. And didn't want to carry out the assignment because he knew had he carried out this assignment, knowing how wicked the people were, he knew there was a chance that God would change his mind if the people, did what God told him to do. And he really didn't want to carry out that assignment. And so we are so, hey, Miss Reckley, how you doing? Blessings. We so used to that part of the story that whenever we hear Jonah, we thinking about the whale and we thinking about the disobedient part of it. And then we also look at it from the angle of, yes, they did in fact turn from their wicked ways and God would have had mercy on them. But today I want to turn your attention just a little bit from those familiar stories. I want you to take a different mindset. The Lord said to come on and say to my people, it's time to lighten your ship. It's time to lighten your ship. And I'm like, okay, God, I don't understand. You could need to tell me what it is that you want me to say. And so as I started to read Jonah, I believe the first chapter going into 4 or 5 thereabout, I noticed where it says that God caused, you know what, let me pull it up. Jonah chapter 1, verses 4, I think I'll read 4 and 5. It says, but the Lord sent out a great wind into the sea, and there was a mighty tempest in the sea, so that the ship was like to be broken. And verse 5 goes on to say, then the mariners were afraid and cried, every man unto his own God. You all hear this now? Every man that was on the ship now began to cry unto his own God. And they were afraid, and every man cried unto his own God, and cast forth the wares that were in the ship into the sea, to lighten it. Come on, somebody, to lighten it of them. Come on, I need somebody to type lighten, Lighten, lighten. So what happened in verse 4, you see where it says the Lord sent out a great tempest on the sea. This is what I want you to get. Hey, Gibson, how you doing? This is what I want y'all to understand. It wasn't the enemy. It wasn't Satan. It wasn't any demons. It was God that caused the tempest to come on the sea. I can need y'all to get this today. Prophetess Rochelle, I can need them to get this today. It was not the devil. It was not Satan. It was in no demonic activity. It wasn't your wicked sister or brother. It wasn't the witch. It wasn't the warlock. But it was God that sent the tempest. Come on, somebody. It was God that sent the tempest. It was God that caused the wind to pick up. It was God that caused the seas to become rough. And it goes on to say that while the mariners were on the boat, they figure, listen, in order for us to save the ship and to save our lives, we need to go back to what we know. And what we know is that we need to lighten the ship. I need somebody to get this in their spirit. You need to lighten your ship. And so what they figured that they would do is they would throw some things overboard. Come on. They would throw some things overboard so that they can lighten the ship as to not shipwreck, as not to for the boat to sink, as not for them to perish at sea. Come on, somebody. And so I want to speak from that perspective today, that for many of you on this live feed, I need you to share this with at least 5 other persons. I need you to understand that sometimes you go through certain things in life and you're trying to figure out, God, why am I going through this? And why is this happening? And this feels so heavy and I can't take any more. And this is too much. And why are you putting all of this on me? But this is what the Lord is saying. The Lord is saying, hey, listen, this is not a punishment. Come on, somebody. He's saying to say to you today that this is not a punishment. When God told you to walk into your ministry or your calling, or when he told you to start the business, and it seems as if things get rough. It seems as if things got bad even before they could get good. And you thinking now that because God gave you the instructions that it will be smooth sailing. Come on, I need y'all to get this today. You're thinking that because it was God that gave you the instruction that things will be smooth sailing. But I'm here to declare to you today that sometimes while you are going about this thing called life, there are some obstacles, there are some things that will come and try to sidetrack you. There are some things that will take you off the path that you were on to lead you to a different path. But not all of those things are from the enemy. Sometimes it is God that is going to cause some things to arise in your life in order for you to get off of the route that you were taking, to put you on another route. Come on, somebody, need y'all to get this. The trajectory or the way that you were going, the path that you were taking, it was going to lead you to a way of destruction. And so what he does now is he create a perfect storm in order to reroute you. Come on, somebody. In order to reroute you from where you was going to put you onto another path or destination. And so what happened is, I can remember when we in the States and we driving and we take the wrong turn, my best friend or my sister, and we take the wrong turn, and we would give the GPS a little nickname like Sally or something, and they say, man, Sally, what's wrong with you? Because the minute we take a wrong turn, what Sally would start doing is Sally would start rerouting, and she will try to find alternative ways to get you back to on the right path to where it is that you were supposed to be going. But can I declare to you today that it is time for you to lighten your ship? There is a plan, there is a purpose, there is something strategic that God has for you, and the way that you are going may take you longer to get there. It may have detours. It may be that you're taking a lot of left turns. But God is saying, you know what? Let me cause some things to arise so that I can reroute you and put you back on the course that you were supposed to be on. For many of you, God is saying today, you need to lighten your ship so that I can reroute you and put you back on the course that you were supposed to be on. For many of you, your destiny is, come on, somebody, was hijacked. And what is happening now is you're carrying so much. The fella told you he would have married you, but he didn't marry you, and he left you with the kids and went and married somebody else, and you left heavy and weighed down. Listen, the woman said she would have stayed with you. She wouldn't have put you in court for child support, but she went and she did that. She took the cat, the dog, and the house, and you trying to figure out, God, this isn't where I'm supposed to be, and so that left you weighed down. Listen, the rape, the molestation, It came right there and it threw you off your course, off your path, and it weighed you down. Every obstacle came and it weighed you down. But can I declare to you that is on this line today that it's time for you now to lighten your ship. It's now time for you to heal from that broken heart. It's time now for you to heal from the miscarriage. I know it's difficult. I know that it's hard. And yes, I understand that it's a process and it will take time. But it's now time now for you to lighten your ship, lighten the burden in order for you to be rerouted to the place or to the path that God would have you to be on in order to arrive to the destination that he has for you. Come on, somebody. The path that you are on now, it is some delay, it is some detour, and it's costing you. You becoming heavy, you becoming weary, you becoming tired, and you want to give up. The reason why you are weary and the reason why you are tired and the reason why you feel that level of anointing is killing you is because you're carrying too much weight. It wasn't for you to carry in the first place. I know who I'm speaking to, but that level of anointing, you wasn't supposed to step in that as yet. Come on, somebody. That warfare that you are going through right now, it wasn't for you to go through it now. You were not prepared to carry that thing now. So what God is doing is saying, let me slow you down just a bit. Let me put you on time out just for a moment. Let me put you on pause just for a moment so that I can place you on the back burner, so to speak, or in the desert so that you will get, man, I need somebody to understand what I'm saying. Sometimes we feel like the delay is a denial, but can I tell you today that because you were delayed, it does not mean that you are denied. It does not mean that you're not going to get it. It does not mean that the breakthrough is not coming. It does not mean that you're not going to receive what it is that God said you were going to receive, but all it is, baby, is just a rerouting. Come on, I tell you, Sally had to reroute us in order to place us back on the path that we originally was on so that we can get to the place that we wanted to get to in a timely fashion. Can I declare to you today that God put some obstacles and some things in your way in order for you to get off of the wrong track and onto the right track so that he can lead you in the path of righteousness, so that he can lead you to the destination that he already had predestined for you even before the foundation of the world. Can I declare to you that you were ordained as a prophet even before you was formed in your mother's belly? Can I declare to you that you were a business owner even before you was formed in the wombs? Can I declare to you that you were a deliverer? Can I declare to you that you were the one that was made to deliver your family? Can I declare to you that yes, they treated you horrible. Yes, they come on like Joseph. They sold you out and they treated you like the black sheep of the family. But can I declare to you that the rerouting was for a purpose? It was for you now to learn some things and to go through some things in order to save a generation. Can I declare to you today, it's time for you to lighten your ship. Come on. When Joseph realized and he saw his brothers, what he had to do was take a moment because he was overcome. Can I declare to you today, he was overcome with fear, and some can even say anger, remembering what his brothers did to him. And then it was the Spirit of God that came to him and caused him to forgive. And he came back out and he says, this is my brothers. And he said, go and get my father, go and bring him back. Like I want to tell you today that the rerouting, come on somebody, it is for a purpose. Yes, unloading some things can hurt. Unloading, unpacking some things will hurt, because there are some things we don't want to separate from. Who am I speaking to today? Because there are some things we don't want to separate from. I know y'all been hearing me say for the past couple weeks or so, the hardest thing you can possibly do is try to set free or deliver a Christian that is in love with their demons. I know who I'm speaking to, but I know it's with somebody. The hardest thing you can do is try to deliver a Christian. It's easier to go in the barroom and try to win over a sinner versus trying to win over a Christian. I'm telling you, I know this, I live this. It is very difficult for you to bring deliverance to a Christian It's very easy for you to walk in your workplace or to walk out in the bar, in the club, and bring deliverance to a sinner. You will bring deliverance to a sinner quicker than you can with a Christian. You know why? Because a Christian is so used to putting on a mask, so used to the weight, and so used to the games, and so used to hiding. And so when you come now to deliver, or when it's time for deliverance, they so used to the mask, and they so used to playing the games, and they so used to playing ran over with their demons that they are comfortable in their mess, even to the point when you start to tell them about their mess, they get offended. As a matter of fact, they leave the church and call you a false prophet. But I am here today to declare to you that it's time to lighten your ship. It's time to lighten your ship. The weight is killing you. As a matter of fact, the weight has killed you. It killed your prayer life. It killed your fasting. It killed your relationship with your family. It killed your relationship with friends. It killed your relationship with your significant other. It killed your relationship within your marriage. The weight. It's time to lighten the weight. It's time to lighten your ship. And so, I don't know who I'm speaking to today, but I had to come on in and be obedient to the Spirit of the Lord and deliver this message. I don't know who it's for this afternoon rather, but I can declare to you today that it's time to lighten your ship. It's time for you to get rid of all of the things that will cause you to self-destruct. It's time now for you to search within your ship, your vessel, and see what you have in storage that is just weighing you down. In order for the ship not to go down, they had to throw some things overboard. It's time to lighten the ship. It's time to lighten your load. It's time to get rid of it. Yes, that old boyfriend who hurt you, that old girlfriend that hurt you. Listen, it's time to lighten the ship. It's time to release, let go, and let God. And so, people of God, I hope that this message was a blessing to you. And I pray that as you go throughout your day, as you go throughout your week, and even the months and towards the ending of the year, that you would remember this word, that you would remember it's time to reflect, go and take stock, check, and see what is weighing you down. It is not always Satan. It is not always Lucifer. It is not always the enemy. It's not always the warlock. Sometimes it is God that will cause some storms. It is God that will cause the wind to blow. It is God that will bring some hurricanes. It is God that will bring the storm. It is God that will bring the rain. It is God that will bring the sun. It is God that will put you in the desert. But He is only doing it to reroute you, to get you to the place where He needs you to be. And if you read down in the story, you go and you will find out that after they lightened the ship and some other things transpired, and then Jonah say, hey, listen, y'all stop all this thing that y'all doing here. It's me that God looking for. And so he said, listen, y'all throw me overboard. Listen to that. He said, y'all throw me overboard. I'm the cause. I'm the problem. It's me. And so the minute they threw him overboard, it says that the seas became calm again. Come on. And the fish, the whales, would have swallowed him, and everything became calm again. And so sometimes you need to reflect and see what it is that is weighing you down. The men on the ship didn't know that it was Jonah. And so sometimes you carry in things and people not knowing that they are the one that causing the confusion. My God, you know what? Time for me to leave. I gotta go. And so, people of God, let me just say this to you. It's time to lighten the ship in order for you to be rerouted to where it is that God would have to take you. The end result of the story is that Jonah finally, after everything he went through, arrived to the destination that he was supposed to go to previously. My God. And he carried out the assignment. And so today, can I ask you the question, what is the assignment that God has given you? Lighten your ship. Get onto the path that God would have you to be on and carry out the assignment. You've been delaying for too long. You've been holding back for too long. God is saying, I require much of you. You've been asking him to bless you. You've been asking him for the breakthrough. You've been asking him for the marriage. You've been asking him for the children. You've been asking him for healing. But what have you been doing? Have you carried out the assignment? And so today, I declare to you, lighten your ship so that God will be able to reroute you and take you to the destination that he already preordained for you. Blessings to all of you. I love you for watching. Continue to have a good day.